with the CNC, if you have a lot of knowledge on how to use it and how to manipulate it, it's extremely versatile. So what I was able to do here with this column is something that in theory that CNC is not designed to do. Well, it wasn't built to sculpt. That CNC is built to cut sheet stock. Because it's 3-axis, I can use it to sculpt with it. So if I were to say just one thing about the CNC router that we're using, is that it's extremely versatile. And it allows me to be as creative as I can. The limitation of that machine is my imagination. And it 8 in total. And this is the profile that they found somewhere on the internet, and now I'm going to try to replicate it. The little angle top there, it's going to be 4 inches wide, 2.5 inches deep, and now I have to find a way to cut it on the CNC, because I've never done this type of profile before. But if I did a cove sink, Alexa called me yesterday and asked me if there's any way that we could replicate something that a designer came up with, like some sort of a column. They're having the plans made already. They're about to go into production, and they wanted to see if it's something that has to be outsourced because it's too intricate, or it's something that we could build in-house. And I accepted the challenge. And I started working on some designs, see how I can mimic, copy, or build something that resembles the original column. And I ended up, I think, doing exactly a replica of the image that I have received from them. So it was very simplified. I had to do 4 steps. From the 1.5 inch slab of material, did the side profiles, cut through the slab, and now I had the profile, the side shape of the column. I have copied one of the sides, the profile, put it on the right side of the column, and cut with that same profile across the column. And I have achieved the 3-dimensional look of a column. Anything cuts anything. 3 o'clock. India. Yeah, it was after lunch, right?
Yeah, 2ish.
2 o'clock. Dalixa and Ioana had an idea for me to try to make a column that they couldn't find. I'm like, well, I'll try it, but send me some photos. I saw the photo and I went, what? How am I gonna do that? And then I started Fusion, did a profile. So actually, it's very simple if you think about it. What I did one side of this column, this contour. Then I just copied it and put it on the other side. So I got the outside shape, cut through in the software. And then I took the same line, same profile, flipped it on its side, and cut through this way. And that's it. And it's gonna have, the top is 4 inches, the bottom is 6.5. And the rest, the flat side, is the rest to make 91 inches. Did the design in Fusion, used the CNC to cut it. Now a little bit of primer that I had laying around the shop. We're known for doing fancy stuff. What are you gonna do? Client wants fancy, we do fancy. The idea was to have something that would frame the large doors in a walk-in closet. So if you were to build a column like this traditionally, you would have to have a rectangular column. Then you would put one molding around it with miter joints. Then you would have a bull nose around it, again with miter joints. And these parts, 4 of them, like the little cove, at the top and at the bottom, and the bottom support and the top of the column would have to be separate pieces. Because the way I've done it on the CNC, I've actually carved into material. So I have started with something that was 1.5 inches thick, and I just removed the material from it, relieving or leaving just what I wanted to be visible. But if you were to build it, you have to start with a slim column and you're adding on it. So it's like additive, or by adding material to a column, you can achieve this, or by removing material. This is one piece. So if you were to do it with a bull nose and a molding and 45-degree joints on all of them, you would have a multitude of pieces expanding and shrinking separately, individually, and therefore you risk hairline cracks in the piece. This is one solid block of MDF, so risk of movement is 0.